Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. Break the spells they subconsciously placed in your mind by repeatedly speaking death into you. When somebody is speaking death, that means they're not speaking life. They may not necessarily speaking like actual death onto you, but they're speaking death onto you in the sense of they're not speaking anything positive. What they're saying is not positive. They're very negative, and what they're saying is very negative. There are people who, unfortunately, don't want to see some people succeed or get to where they want to get to. So if you are heavily influenced by these people, or if you are their friend and they're a fake friend, or they're a fake person in your life, they're not someone who has your best interest at heart. Unfortunately, what they will possibly do is speak negativity into you. You may be working on things. You may be in a situation. You may be in a predicament. You may have certain things going on in your life. And instead of them speaking life into you, they rather speak death. Of course, you have to keep it real with people. Of course, you have to let people know what they're going through when you care about them. But the thing is, you don't tell them the negative situation over and over again. If you want them to get out of it, if you want them to do better, of course, you have to let people know what they're going through so they know how serious their situation is. But then there are some people where it just feels like they're so negative that it's like what they're saying is not productive to the situation. So when you're around people and what they're saying is not productive to your situation or what you're going through, they're just saying things that are negative, seeming like they're trying to get you to only focus on the negative. That's someone that is speaking death onto your situation. All right, and you have to be careful of being around someone, because those statements that they repeat, those negative statements that they repeatedly say, they're signing your death certificate of life. All right, with your progress, with your success, with your finances, with your hopeful outlook of life. They are trying to destroy your hopeful outlook on life. They don't want you to view life positively. They don't want you to think that you can get out of your situation. They only want you to focus on the depths of despair, the pits of despair, the negative outlook of what you're going through. They don't want you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. They want you to see it as closed off, see it as sealed off. They want to put a cap on you. They want to put a cap on your ceiling. They want to seal you off. All right. They don't want you to be in a room, or no, they don't not be in a room. They don't want you to feel like you're in a room without a roof. I'm in a room without a roof. All right. Of course, it would be better if you finally get things figured out, then you could really feel like you're in a room without a roof. But when people are going through things, and they're all like, people know when you have the type of mind that can figure things out, and that will figure things out, and that is figuring things out. And when you just keep hearing blah, 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 when people don't have nothing positive to say, and all they have to do is say something negative, everything that comes out their mouth is freaking negative. That person is spellcasting. That person wants you to only focus on the negative, and they're trying to bury some negative seeds within the depths and the realms of your subconscious mind. So that way, when you're away from them, even when you're not around them, even when you're not near them, I can't do it. This is going to be too hard for me. I'll never be able to get through this. I'm this, I'm that. I don't have everything I need. I'm never going to be able to get everything I need. I'm not going to be able to do it. Cancel all that out. Cancel all that out. All right. We cancel that out. All right. We cancel that out. So what you have to do is you have to break those spells, because somewhere along the line, if you're even away from people, if you're around people and the things they're saying are making you feel bad, and it's not only that it's just making you feel bad, there are some things that people say that are going to make you feel bad. Why? Because it's the truth. If somebody is speaking the truth, that's a beautiful thing. If somebody's trying to wake you up to a real reality that you're currently in, that's a beautiful thing. That person has love for you. That person is keeping it real. Yo, you're this. Yo, you got this situation going on. Yo, it's not all good right now. That's a positive thing. You're bringing truth to light. If that person doesn't like it, they need to go fix it, or they need to get away from you because you're not going to stop telling them the truth. But the thing is, when you don't put nothing positive behind that, the thing is, when you just are so negative with everything, not just that, it's negative, 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 super negative. That's dark magic. That's black magic. That is spell casting. That's someone trying to never, that's someone who does not ever want you to think that you can do anything. That's someone who does not ever want you to do better than them, or get out of your situation, or to be a positive person, or to have a positive influence in your life. No, 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 no. That's not what they are trying to do. They're not trying to speak no life into you. You have to be careful and be wareful of people who are not trying to speak life into you or your situation. If you was to go to church, if you was to go to church and you had something going on and you told the pastor what you were going through, would the pastor tell you, man, you ain't never going to get through that? Yo, you got this situation going on. You ain't got this. You ain't got that. Every time you see the pastor, you expecting to like maybe have something good said. Man, you going to be broke. Man, you ain't going to have no job. Man, you ain't going to never get married. You ain't going to never have no kids. You ain't going to never have no money in your bank account. Would you keep going to that pastor? Would you, I ain't going back. I'm about to take my money out the collection plate. Hey, 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 get it around this side. Get it around that side. I'm taking my money out the collection plate. All right. I don't like what you're saying. So, and that's proof right there. If you were going to a doctor and you were, say you couldn't walk or something like that, God forbid, or say it was something serious that you were going through, or you were healing yourself, you wouldn't keep going back to a doctor, and you're making progress. You're taking steps. You're feeling better. You're losing weight. Your heart is beating better. Organs functioning better. You had maybe had some eye issues where you had to wear glasses. Now you took your glasses off. You're starting to see a little better. Your things are starting to improve. You wouldn't go back to that doctor if he was like, you can't see. You're fat. You're not losing weight. Your heart's not beating right. God forbid. God forbid. God forbid. We cancel all those things out. But you wouldn't go back to that doctor. You would not go back to a doctor that just was like as much as of improvements as you had to make. You wouldn't keep going back to him. You need to start eating different. Okay, that's the problem. You start eating different and you go back to him and he's like, oh, it's not working. You're not doing it right. This, that, and the other. If it was true, cool. But if he's just saying something negative to say something negative to say something negative to say something negative to say something negative, you wouldn't keep going back to that doctor. You would not keep going back to that doctor. All right. You would not keep going back to that doctor. You'd be like, yo, I see myself improving. I have a positive mindset. Why is this person telling me all these negative things? I have a positive outlook on my situation. Why is this person trying to make me feel bad about it? That person does not really want you to succeed like that. That person does not want you to be happy like that. That person does not want you to have a positive outlook on life like that. And you have to destroy those thoughts. All right, it's going to take time away from people who think like that for you to get your mind on track, so that way you can expel those negative spells that those people try to make you dwell in the pits of hell with what they said. There are some people that just don't nothing good come out of their mouth because unfortunately they may not want to see you in the best situation. They may not want to see the best things happen to you. If you have a positive outlook on life and you reaching for the stars, they're going to want you to reach for a tree limb. They're not going to want you to reach for the stars. You reach for that tree limb right there. You be satisfied with it. I see you reaching further than that tree limb. I see you trying to get to the mountaintop. I see you trying to get above me. No. Crabs in a bucket, man. Crabs in a bucket. All right. So you have to work on your mind. This is why affirmations are important. This is why how you feel about yourself. A positive self-identity for you is extremely important. How you view yourself, how you feel about yourself. And if the person is highly educated If the person is a very smart, intelligent person, that's just wicked because they know what they're doing. This person is not unconscious or unhip to what they're doing. And that's what's really sad about it. Like if the person is smart, if the person has some things themselves, if the person has their life together in a way to where you're trying to get your life together and they're being negative and trying to program you into thinking that it's impossible for you, that's not right. That's not a person who wants to see you do well in life, really like that. They don't want to see you win like that. They don't want to see you do good like that. They just want you to have the bare minimum. They just want you to not be out here. They just don't want you to be doing as well as you could possibly be doing. They want you to be doing less than them. They don't want you to be outdoing them. They don't want you to be doing better than them. And they have to try to beat you down and break you down and cast spells on you so you won't outperform them or outdo them, so you'll stay underneath them. All right, because there are people, unfortunately, that don't want to see you make it out up from under them. They want to be the one on top. They want to be the best. They have a nobody's better than me syndrome. They have a nobody around me that I know is going to be better than me if I have anything to do with it syndrome. Crabs in a bucket. Just crabbing it up. The crabbies them. All right? Yo, crabbies them. The crabby crabs, okay? Crabby crabs. Attitude is crabby. Outlook on life for other people is crabby. It's like they don't want you to get up from under them. And there are some people who are actually some people are actually under a spell. Not only are they under a spell to where they don't believe in themselves, because this is what it does. It keeps you depending on these people for everything. Their opinion, how you view yourself. Who needs to depend on another person for how they view themselves and what they're going to do with their life? Who needs that? But there are people out there who want to have that power and control over others. There are people who want to have that power and control over other people. They have to try to beat you down so you keep going back to them. It's like somebody that's imprisoned or enslaved, and it's like, yo, you set free, and then you keep going back to them because you don't know no better. You don't know anything else. And that's where they want to keep you. They want to keep you going back to them, not knowing you could do better, not knowing anything else, not thinking that there's anything else out there. They want you stuck underneath the spell. So you have to go to them to feel good about yourself. You have to go to them to figure out if this is a good idea for you, to figure out if this is a good move for you in your life. No one else out here is doing that. Hey, I'm about to make this decision for my life. Do you think it's a good idea? No, shouldn't do that. No, 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 no. No, man, people want to be better than other people. Unfortunately, there's people out here that don't want nobody else to do them. All right, there's people out here who don't want nobody else to outdo them. They only want you to just do enough so that way they could look at you, look down on you, and feel better about themselves when they're around you in your presence. It's just the way it is. It's just how some people are built. Not everybody's built to want to see some people succeed. Not everybody would be happy if somebody surpassed them. It's not that people are out here, I want people to do better than me. There are people like that, but it's like not to that extreme. It's people that they wouldn't care if you do better than them. They'd be like, oh, snap. Oh, okay. I see you. Wow. You're doing better than me, huh? Oh, oh okay. Oh, you got past me. Oh, okay. That's what's up. Yo, yeah, you started out. You started out a little, but I see you. Okay. I see you doing your thing. That's what's up. Like there are some people who are so satisfied doing their thing and being themselves, they don't care if other people are doing better than them because they already doing better than the worst version of themselves. There are some people out here, it's like, yo, as long as I become my best version, I'm good. I ain't worried about what nobody else got. I don't care about what nobody else got. I'm content and happy with what I have going on. I'm proud of me. And as long as I can be proud of me, I'm satisfied. You know, there's some people out here who did it to do it, do it till you're satisfied. There's some people out here that kept working on themselves and didn't quit and didn't give up, and they did it till they were satisfied. And that's how you got to look at your life. I'm gonna do this dream. I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna live my life and keep doing it and keep going until I'm satisfied. I don't have time to try to put spells on other people. I don't have to try to put the spell of codependency upon another person. I don't have to try to put the spell, or I don't have time to try to put the spell on somebody to manipulate them. Certain jobs will do this to you. Oh, well, where are you going to go? Where are you going to work? Nobody else is hiring right now. Nobody else will pay you like we do. Oh, man, we love you. We love having you here. You doing all the work and stuff like that. They treat you like crap, talking about you behind your back. You can feel the negative energy every time you step into place. And in certain circles, certain people in your life, certain friends, all right, anybody could be this kind of person, but you have to break the spells. And how you break the spells is how you feel about yourself, what you say to yourself, how you speak about yourself. There are some people, when you appear positive to them, you don't even have to be telling them what type of time you're on. But these people are so snooty and so snoopy, and they have to get in everybody else's business, that they, just by you being a positive person, they know you're not negative like that. They know that you're probably telling yourself you can do it, or you got a I can do it mindset, or a I look on the bright side mindset. There are some people that they could just tell because you're not negative, so they know that you're the opposite of what they are. And since you're the opposite of what they are, they have to try to beat you down and break you down and cast these spells on you to make you doubt yourself, to make you constantly have to go back to them for guidance. They want you to constantly need them forever. And that's not right. That's not right. People are supposed to make other people feel confident in themselves. People are supposed to uplift other people. People are supposed to put it in a person's mind that they can do something regardless of how bad the situation is. You don't think if somebody's in a bad situation, you don't think they know that their situation is not looking the best? They just trying to keep a positive outlook on it. They're not keeping it real with themselves. That's why I made that video the other day. Some people keep it so real with you into a negative outcome. Don't keep it so real with yourself that you know what you start to limit yourself and think that things won't work out for you. When you have to look at yourself in a way to where that negative situation is not going to stay. You're going to get through that. You're going to overcome that. You're going to outgrow that. You're better than that. It's just something that you're going through. It's not something that you got to be stuck in. All right, it's not like it's not like the situation is wet cement, and the more you go through it, the harder the concrete gets, and you're stuck. All right, it's not like you're becoming frozen. It's not like you're in a refrigerator of negativity where you just, I'm gonna chill in here long enough until and I'm stuck. No, it's not that. You're never going to be stuck in a negative situation as long as you view yourself as being able to get out of it and you look at it through a positive point of view. But some people, they know you look at things from a positive point of view, and they have to try to shift your mindset into what they want it to be. So that way, when you'll go out to do things, when you'll try to take risk, when you'll try to venture out on things, you'll be scared and you'll be afraid and you won't think it'll work out. Because if a person is scared, they won't take a chance. If a person is fearful of what may happen, they may not take a chance. If a person is too focused on what could go wrong instead of what could go right, they may not take a chance. You got to focus on what can go right. And sometimes people have cast a spell on others to only think what can go wrong. They try to program your mind with what might happen itis. What might happen? Well, what if it doesn't happen the way I want it to itis? What if it doesn't work out itis? Screw them itises. You if you make a mistake in life, it's all right. If you make a mistake in life, it's okay. And there really are no mistakes in life. It's just what you don't know and you learn from it. A mistake is something that you do twice. A mistake is doing the wrong thing twice. If you do something and it doesn't work out and you go back to do it the same way in the way it didn't work out again, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. All right, you mistook that opportunity for it about to be working out again the way it didn't work out the first time. But people, you learn from your experiences, you learn from the things that you go through, and sometimes you also learn that some people are so negative that it's like they don't want to see your growth. They're allergic to growth for you. They don't want to see it for you. They can't see it for you. They can't see it for themselves. They don't want you to see it for you. So you got to break those negative spells. You have to speak positively about your situation and whatever it is you're going through at that particular time. It may look like the worst type of situation a person could go through. You may be going through what this person is telling you. You're going through this. You have this going on in your life. But if you look at it from a negative point of view, if you're not optimistic about it, it's going to take a longer time for you to get through it. It's going to be harder for you to believe in yourself. You're only going to be looking at the negative situation, which is going to cause more stress, more worry, more damage, all right, more pain. It's going to be harder for you to get through it when you aren't positive about what you're going through, even if it's a negative situation. All right, I'm not telling people to not keep it real with themselves. I'm not telling people to live in a fantasy world. Oh, well, no. I'm telling you to just look at life in a way like, okay, this sucks. This isn't way how I want to be, but it's going to work out. Some people, they just want you to be like, man, this sucks. And because you have a outlook on life to where you feel it's going to work out and you're in a sucky situation, they think you're not being realistic. How are you not being realistic just because you think you can get out the situation? They're mad because you have a mindset that's different than theirs. They don't see themselves being able to get out of certain things. They never have. They never had a positive mindset like that. All they had was a negative mindset like that. People who have a positive mindset, they're the strongest ones because they have the power to break the spells. That's all it is. Like the spell breaking is just thinking in a different direction. Spell breaking is just expelling the negativity out of your mind and out of your speech and out of your thoughts, out of your life, out of your thinking. That's breaking spells. People try to get you to think a certain way that's not going to allow you to do well. They casted a spell on you. You can't do that. You believe them, boom, spell casted. You can't be that. You believe them, boom, spell casted. Sometimes people are casting spells over your finances. You ain't going to be rich. You ain't going to have this. You ain't going to have that. Yes, I am. Break the spell. This is why you don't tell people your business or what you want to do or what you want to be, because they're going to send some dark magic out to you if they don't like you and if they don't want you to be that. Sometimes like, man, why is stuff not working out? Why is stuff not happening the way I want it to? Sometimes you got to get away from people because the negative energy that they're sending out is too strong. Sometimes you got to get away from people and get out of certain places so that way some doors will open for you, some opportunities will come your way. Just like how you feel better when you get away from negative, toxic people, sometimes you have to get out of certain places, certain environments, even possibly certain states, because sometimes the negative energy that they got set up is too strong. You don't know how many people they got working against you. You don't know how many people they got thinking certain things about you to try to put out an energy to try to stop what it is you're doing, praying for your downfall. You never know. Sometimes you got to get up and go. Sometimes you got to get up and go. All right, so you have to be a spell breaker. They want to be a spell binder. They want to bind you in poverty. They want to bind you in a negative, toxic situation. They want to bind you into a horrible living situation, a terrible living situation, a situation to where you don't see yourself being able to do your best or have your best. Screw those thoughts. Regardless, they want to beat you down to the point to where you see things from their point of view instead of seeing things from the positive point of view of, I can do this, I can get out of this, I can make this work. They don't want you to view that because you just might believe it to the point where it just might happen for you. It just might happen for you if you're able to think in a positive way. It just might happen for you if you're able to get away from them and not be around them and their toxic thinking and the negative, dark, evil thoughts that they're sending out to you right in front of you in their presence. Or you could transfer energy into somebody else. How you think they heal people? How you think people heal people? It's the laying on of hands. Sometimes people do the spiritual laying on of hands and they beat you down with their negative thoughts and their negative brain waves, just sending out negativity to you, negativity to you, negativity. They don't even got to say a word. You ain't going to be nothing. You ain't going to have nothing. You ain't going to be nothing. You ain't going to have nothing. Just looking at you, just around you, just vibrating on that frequency and sending that energy out to you because they don't want to see you do better than them. It's rough out here. It's rough, you know? It's a rough way to be, but you don't have to be that way. You don't have to stay around that energy, and you can break those spells. And I encourage you to do that today. I encourage you to be a spell breaker and don't allow yourself to be binded by your situation. Don't allow yourself to be binded by something negative somebody spoke over you. Got to watch how people are speaking around you. If they're speaking death, if they're not speaking life, they're speaking death. And if they're speaking death, you need to be seeking exit. You need to be seeking an exit. All right. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.